A live look now from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where the 2024 Republican National Convention will start today and officially nominate former President Donald Trump to be the Republican presidential nominee. It comes less than 48 hours after an assassination attempt on Mr. Trump.
Photographers captured the moments the gunman fired toward former President Trump at Saturday's rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. The gunman was on a nearby roof. Agents helped former President Trump stand back up, revealing that bullet had grazed his right ear. The former president was taken to a nearby hospital, treated and released. One man was killed and 2 others hurt. Then former First Lady Melania Trump issued a statement saying when she watched that moment, quote, "I realized my life and Barron's life were on the brink of devastating change." She goes on to say, quote, "A monster who recognized my husband as a inhuman political machine attempted to wring out Donald's passion, his laughter, ingenuity, love of music, and inspiration."
Since the assassination attempt, both former President Trump and current President Joe Biden have called for Americans to come together. In a statement posted on his Truth Social platform, Trump posted in part, quote, "It is more important than ever that we stand united and show our true character as Americans, remaining strong and determined." Meanwhile, current President Joe Biden reportedly called the former president to check on him Saturday night, and then on Sunday spoke to the American people from the Oval Office.
Let's remember, here in America, while unity is the most elusive of goals right now, nothing is more important for us now than standing together. We can do this.
This morning, we are learning more about the man who was killed during the assassination attempt. 50-year-old Corey Comporator was killed diving to protect his wife and 2 daughters. He is a former fire chief. And 57-year-old David Dutch and 74-year-old James Koppenhaver were hurt but are expected to survive. As the investigation into what prompted the shooting continues, we're sharing each new detail we get about the suspected gunman. The FBI identifies him as Thomas Matthew Crooks. He's from Bethel Park, Pennsylvania, just south of Butler, where that rally was held. His political leanings are still unclear. Records show Crooks was a registered Republican, but also donated $15 to a progressive political action committee the day President Biden was sworn in. Former high school classmates say Crooks tried out for the school's rifle team, but was turned away because he was a bad shooter. The FBI found potential explosives in his car. Agents say he acted alone in the shooting, but they're still working to identify a motive.
The Republican National Convention is moving forward today as planned, with delegates from around the country, including from here in Georgia, traveling to Milwaukee. 11 Alive's Ariana Manise with our political team talked with one of Georgia's delegates about the mood in Milwaukee, and she joins us live. Ariana, good morning.
Good morning. Georgia Republicans say they are gearing up for the Republican National Convention, which gets underway in Milwaukee today. They say despite Saturday's terrifying events, they say they are moving forward and determined to name the former president as their candidate for the White House.
I would say that it has been uplifting, and I would say everybody's pulled together and we're all unified.
Sally Grubbs, chairwoman of Cobb County's Republican Party, says the Georgia GOP delegation is anticipating former President Donald Trump's remarks at the RNC. The 4-day convention is where Trump will officially be named the Republican nominee for president. Grubbs says the energy is high ahead of the event. In light of the terrifying moments at the former president's campaign rally in Butler, Pennsylvania Saturday evening, when a gunman opened fire as Trump was speaking. Authorities described it as an assassination attempt.
It was a huge moment, and it exemplified what he's been trying to do the whole time, which is, if we want to save this country, we have to stand up for it.
Trump's face was bloodied as he was whisked away by Secret Service agents, pumping his fists and shouting "fight" to the crowd.
After he got up from, being on the ground with Secret Service covering him, when he said fight, fight, fight.
The attack has put a heightened focus on safety and security for the RNC, setting the backdrop for the event, which is typically 4 days of party pageantry, political speeches, and the presidential nominee's keynote address. But Grubbs says this won't stop the emotion behind the event.
I think everybody's traumatized from what happened yesterday, but people are determined and know that this is the time that we stand with President Trump and we get him nominated.
Now, former President Donald Trump, he landed in Milwaukee on Sunday. He said he did consider delaying his trip by 2 days due to the assassination attempt. Meanwhile, the president is expected to address the RNC on Thursday night. Reporting live from the Capitol, I'm Ariana Manise for 11 Alive. Back to you.
Ariana, thank you. We have video of that moment when Trump arrived in Milwaukee. This shows him walking off the plane, pausing halfway down the stairs to again pump his fist before getting into the vehicle. Coming up in about 6 minutes, 11 Alive's Jerry Carnes will give us a look at security at the RNC, and we will have much more on the suspected gunman ahead at 6:30.